Are finally live with Purge of the Serpentholds, Season 1, Episode 14, Stricken in the Forest. We are having a lot of tech issues due to a Zoom update and a computer update, but we finally got it fixed, and Zoom is working, and you can see everybody's lovely faces. If you're having any trouble hearing anybody, please let me know, because it was very much a work in progress today. I'm Corinne of Roll the Roll. I'm known as Manic Pixie Girl on Twitter, and I hope you're all having a great day now that we're finally here. Before we jump into the recap, I have a few announcements to make, like usual. I would like to thank Ryan at Simulcray on Twitter for creating that lovely theme song that you just heard on the Starting Soon screen. He has open commission slots and a new computer, so hit him up for your music needs. I'd also like to thank the Onyx Path for inviting us to run this show. If you haven't picked up the Scarredlands Player's Guide yet, you can get it via PDF from DriveThruRPG or in print from Indie Press Revolution. And here's this. And currently, Onyx Path is also running the Kickstarter for Technocracy Reloaded, a supplement for Mage the Ascension 20th Anniversary Edition. With about 4 days to go, they've already gone way past their original goal and have funded over $158K. If they can hit 159 in funding, Technocracy Reloaded Jumpstart Phase 2 is added, which adds ready-made player characters, so you can just get people into your group immediately and start that chronicle. Let me get the Technocracy link here. And then, finally, if you'd like to support the show, please check out our Ko-Fi. That link is in chat. And everything goes towards making the show better and for reimbursement for costs and things like that. Without further ado, I'd like to pass the floor to my players. Introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit about your characters, and while I do stuff behind the scenes. So, have fun. Whoever wants to go first can this time.
Sure, why not? I'll talk so that we don't have dead air while we try and nope out amongst each other. I'm Hiromi. I play Zasa, who is an Asathi wizard, which kind of makes her a lizard wizard. This episode, we are going to have a lizard race. Spoilers. But, I mean, if lizard race isn't enough to make you tune in and stick around, I don't know what is. So, Zasa's Zasa's lizard is named Miss Lizard because Zasa is highly data-driven and can't speak lizard because lizards can't speak. So she doesn't want to presume the first name, and instead is just referring to her lizard mount as Miss Lizard.
I love it. Very nice.
What? All right, I'll go next. I'm Candy. I play Kai Thorncraft, who is our halfling paladin, otherwise known as the Itty Bitty Tin Can. My lizard is smaller than the other lizards because I am a halfling. And I named her Opal because she's sort of this off-white color with, little specks of other color. And I call her Opalito because she is the smallest lizard.
Which is adorable. I love it. All right, who's next?
I'll go. I'm Shawnee, and I play Shaho, a Manticora Lizard Master Ranger who's obsessed with yarn and definitely indulges all of her cat-like tendencies. My lizard, his name is Komodo, and he's the best lizard ever for me. And I named him Komodo because in my mind he is definitely a Komodo dragon, and he is very much a poisonous lizard.
Yes, he is. Alrighty, who's next?
If we're going in a circle, it's Rune.
Oh, okay. It's all fucked up on my screen. Hello, I'm Rune. I play Marigold, the most extra pink-haired Drendali Elven bard to ever walk the face of the earth. He is almost 6.5 feet tall, and he has instead of a lizard, because he's a little big for a lizard, he has a zebra. Corinne did this to me. The zebra's name is Menaloon, and apparently he is very, very fast.
And sassy.
And sassy. The sassiest zebra you've ever seen.
Fast and sassy. I like it.
Just
All right. Who's next?
Me,
With my
last,
makeup.
but not least. Maybe least. Who knows?
Oh, certainly
Oh,
not
gosh.
least.
No.
You're all amazing, and I love you.
Aw.
Says the DM, who must love us all equally. I understand. You're contractually obliged. I am Megan. Hello. Nice to meet you. If you haven't seen us before, good to see you again. If this is not your first time with us, I play Caravan. She's a bloodstained Triton monk, so she is like a mermaid with legs who likes to slap people around. She has some anger issues. Asa's helping her with it. It's going okay. Her mount, since we're all talking about our lizards/zebras today, is a frilled lizard named Fancy. He's very temperamental, but he's trying his best.
And I think he's a good boy, even if he's temperamental. All right, well,
I just want Fancy to like me.
I finally have everything basically done on my side, which is great, because it means we can continue what we were doing now that everything's not broken. What we are going to do is, where we all left off last week, unless everybody wants to give a quick summary of what you did last week. You did have some fun things happen.
Got it.
I feel like there was a lot, and I'm not sure
lot
what order it
happened.
was in.
Let me get my notes out.
Yeah, what was that order?
It is not that notebook. I have so many notebooks, guys. I'm like an actual wizard.
It was a lot. Like, I know we started by, we believe we've uncovered some kind of plot within the mysterious organization for whom we work, to have murdered our companions that we rescued. We suspect it's the evil manager, Morin, mostly because we hate Morin and we're looking for excuses to pin it on her. So we devised our own
Mean to her
counter
employees.
plots. We made our own counter plots for the people who were supposed to be murdered by our employers to pretend to be dead to our employers. And we took some tokens from them so we could prove that they're dead, and they're going to be in disguise in the city, probably doing a comedic Scooby-Doo thing where they try to avoid each other. I can't remember if we actually sent a note to Sina or not to meet with us. I'm not sure.
You did. You did send her a
Okay.
message. She is on her way to meet you all. You think that it's getting to be a evening of the first night right now. This lizard race is basically the last thing you get to do today. And then she'll be here the next day, probably later in the afternoon, you think.
Fabulous.
Yeah, so you're getting there.
We met with our favorite grad students. She worked with her advisor to fix our spyglass for us. It can do some pretty cool trippy shits. We went and had dinner. We were rudely harassed by some street youths.
They were nice.
Marigold
Would not
fan
let us have
club.
dinner in peace. Demanded free autographs. It was incredibly presumptive and rude. Very entitled. Children these days. We met the chef, who was another bloodstained Triton, which is very exciting because I'm a pretty rare species in these land parts. And then I think the next thing we did was we met outside the training ground for the lizards. We wanted to put our lizards through some trials, like a training montage a la Mulan, make a man out of you, but lizards. And Kai Kai was forced to reveal some secrets about her past. If you want to know more about that, watch the VOD from last week.
Also rude.
There's a lot of rudeness going on. We had to deal with a lot of impropriety
much
last
rudeness.
session. It was rough.
There was just some rude people, I guess.
Did I just stop taking notes?
I mean, you might have been real into it, so no way to tell.
I stopped at a letter to all of us saying our spyglass was ready, and then it just has, I spaced out, sorry me.
That was like the beginning of the session.
Here's my pencil.
That's all right.
The
Well, yeah,
ADHD one, I'm
so
sorry.
what I'm going to do, currently right now you are all at the lizard race. Some information about Kai was revealed last week. She shared a little bit of her past with you because somebody recognized her. But now it's time for the really exciting thing, which is the lizard obstacle course. So let me transition to the map so everybody can see.
I'm actually not there. Marigold went to go sulk in a graveyard.
You did, Marigold, and guess what?
What?
Something's gonna happen later. So we'll start this the lizard montage basically, and then we'll hop to you and figure out what you're doing because there is something gonna happen to you during all this as well.
I just
Thanks,
want
I
to
hate
throw out, yesterday was World Goth Day. He should not be sulking in a cemetery today. That was a
College of
yesterday.
Remembrance, not College of whatever death edginess.
All right, so you all see that there is quite an elaborate lizard obstacle course here. You see that there's various obstacles in the way. Looks like there's some rough terrain right here. If it'll ping for me. Ping. There we go. Some like rough terrain, very thick undergrowth right here. Some stuff that needs to be climbed over, some like difficult like mountainy rocky area. You see that you would then go this way.
My map hasn't transitioned.
Is anyone
sorry.
else not seeing
My
it?
bad. My bad. I
see
forgot
the-
to move ya. Hold on.
Rudin Desert.
Well, I could just
There we
peek
go.
at the stream.
Here we go. I fixed it
There
for
we
you.
go.
Aha!
look at
Here's your
that.
lizard obstacle course.
Lizards.
So here we go, right
Lovely.
here. You see that there's some rough terrain, some thick undergrowth, basically. Something that you think would just be a little bit hard to get through with your lizards. You see kind of like some mountainy, rocky area you'd have to climb over with the lizard. The arrow points you this way. Looks like there's some sort of sand trap you would have to get through. And then there is a big like pit of water that would require swimming or getting over it in some way. Then there is a big pit that you have to get across. And then finally over here, you have, there's some kind of rock walls here. You're not really sure why. You don't have to use them because it doesn't seem like there's anything in the way. But they are there, so maybe there's something happening. Let me
Suspicious.
pull up my NPCs here. No, don't be suspicious. Of course, it's nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so if you recall from last week, the two who were running this were a halfling and a dwarf. Their names
I had
are...
an elf and a dwarf. Was it a halfling?
It was a halfling.
It was halfling. Yeah.
So, the first one is Glynis, who is a stout halfling with dark blonde hair and sunburnt skin. The other is Adiel, a Charduni dwarf with ruddy skin and shock white hair. She has a long, thick beard that has flowers braided into it. But when you came up, she started to kind of pick the flowers out. She was a little bit embarrassed about it. You think that maybe the halfling is the one who put the flowers there in the first place. So, after you had kind of that awkward interaction with Glynis, the halfling, Adiel steps up, kind of nudges Glynis. Well, I think I can help you. You looking to run this obstacle course?
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
All right. Get your lizards over here. Now line up, nice and even. You see that little netting there? That's I'm gonna raise that, and once it's raised, that's when you get to go. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna apply the necklace of frill protection to
All right.
my lizard, just in case.
Okay, so you're putting the frills down.
Actually, maybe I better not, in case he needs
Let
to
Fancy
fly.
go all out, Miracle.
Yeah. I was worried he'll get it hurt. I don't know how to fix frills. Do you?
Well,
What if he takes the claw to the frill?
I'm sure we
This
got
is a
someone
lizard
here who'd be
course.
able to help. You know,
Okay,
Glynis is
okay.
quite talented with lizards.
All right. She reluctantly puts the neck pouch away.
And you see Adiel, she's like puffing on a pipe. You can think that's why she probably has this like been smoking 60-pack a day voice. So, what you're gonna want to do is line up. Y'all are very nice lizards. I like them a lot. And I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna ring this bell. She pulls out a bell. And once I ring this bell, it is free for all. You go. You have to go all the way around and then come back and get back into this clearing. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Are
First
we
one.
riding the lizards during this?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mount up. Ready.
I didn't
So-
know it was a lizard and rider obstacle course.
It is. Yes, lizard and rider.
Okay.
All right.
So get on.
the riding harness that we got, and I'm
Yep.
like,
Riding
Strapping
horse.
yourself in.
yep.
Was wondering how we were going to convince the lizards to do this on their own. Like, I need a piece of cheese or something.
Oh yeah, no, you couldn't convince a lizard to do it by itself. It doesn't care that much. You know, you have to ride it. That's the only way it works. All right. Any other questions?
Do we sign some kind of waiver?
Ah, waiver schmaver. And you
Never
see,
lost anybody.
well, there was this one time, but you know it's fine. And you see like Glynis behind Adiel, like head in her hands, like, oh god, they're all gonna die, and we're gonna be liable. Nah, it's fine. You won't sue me, right? You gonna sue me?
No.
I don't know how, so you're probably safe from me.
All right, then we're fine. All right. So, now I do have a special prize for whoever gets first place. So, you know, gotta be ready for this. All right. On your marks. Get set. And then, ding-a-ling-a-ling. You have the, you've been told you can go. And what I'm gonna have you all do is, roll me, an initiative roll.
Just
Off
okay,
the
for the
lizards or off of our
lizards. There we go.
characters?
For the lizards.
It can be off your character sheet. You probably
Yeah?
have better
Okay.
initiative than your lizard.
Okay.
You're guiding your lizard to go, so it'll be your own initiative.
No turn trackers.
Oh,
for
I
doing it. Okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
I forgot to hit the thing.
It's all right.
Holy
Here, I'll do it again so it ends up on the sheet. And then
Oh
we
yeah,
can
and then
check
we can just
the
change it.
Yeah. Okay.
No problem.
Oh well, yeah. There you go.
All right, so yeah, I'll just change you to the 8. You get the 8. 1, 2.
I think my lizard initiative was better.
Paladins, am I right?
I would very much like my first initiative.
Oh yeah, I'll give you your first initiative. Don't worry. That's the one you got. That's the one you got. Okay. Okay. So is everybody in there? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So let me just organize this here. There we go. Okay. So Shaho, Komodo is basically off like a shot. You are a little bit more practiced than the others. I'd like you to get in there, and you can just move into this brush here. But once you get there, basically you're moving at your lizard speed. But once you get into this brush, I need you to stop for a second. Okay, so I would like you to roll me a animal handling check. Okay.
The ranger's favorite words.
So
Oh, it's mine.
with the 9, you are struggling a little bit. Komodo is... Maybe Komodo's remembering all the poisonous greenery he's been told to avoid. He doesn't quite want to step in it. He's struggling. You are able to get him through, but it's going to take you the rest of your turn. So you can move yourself to right here, but it takes you your whole turn to get through there. So even though he has a much faster speed. All right, so next up is Fancy. Fancy, you can move up to your speed, and then just pause once you get here.
Fancy, seeing the obstacles in front of him, is going to wiggle his butt a little bit and back up.
All right.
And then take a run and jump and spread his frills and try to just fly parachute style.
All right. I think that is a good use of Fancy's skill. You do not have to roll for that. Fancy is he's rocking it. So you can move him past the obstacle.
Land beside Komodo here.
I think at the end of your turn you have to land though. So I think that's the end of your turn right there. But
Yeah.
you passed it without having to do an animal handling check, which is probably good for you.
I'm good at that. What are
All right. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me turn on. I have some special music for this.
Oh
Also, look at Fancy go.
All right. Where is it? Oh, I had to find my special music.
Okay, here we go. Let's do that. Nope. Cancel.
Ah, here it is. So if you can all hear this.
What's the music?
It's some chase music.
Why does that go really well with Megan's background?
Is it the Benny Hill theme?
It's very similar to the Benny Hill theme. It's not quite the Benny Hill theme. It is royalty free, completely. But yeah, so all right. Next up is Opolito.
I was gonna say this.
Okay.
Sounds like Kevin McLeod.
It is Kevin McLeod. All right, so you can move up to your speed, but once you get to the brambles,
Right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Roll an animal handling check for me.
Okay. Oh hey!
Woo!
You did it. You
I'll
can move.
take it.
You can move
Small
all the way
but
through
mighty.
and keep going. You can move all the way through and keep going up to Opolito's speed.
Okay. That actually just puts me right at the end.
Okay, then you're good to go anyway.
Okay,
But I'll have you, since you succeeded the animal handling check, you can be like ahead right here. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So you're currently basically neck and neck with Fancy.
All right.
All right, it's Miss Lizard's turn. So you can
Gonna
move up to your
cast.
speed. Oh, go ahead.
Gonna cast
Oh Lord.
Grease
Wizard!
I'm gonna cast Fireball. I'm winning this.
Oh God.
No, I'm gonna cast Grease above the ground so it just coats the leaves. Here.
Okay.
Cha cha, real smooth.
All right, so you cast grease on the brambles. So are you going to slide across them then?
No, the idea is that they're not going to stick to
Oh.
Miss Lizard because
Okay.
they've been lubricated, so they're not gonna like catch and slow us down.
Okay, I get that. All right. So I'd say you can move up to your speed. And once again, you can kind of be like in... You're not up there with Opolito, but you are ahead of Komodo right now. So, yeah, so right there.
Okay.
All right. So you see the next obstacle before you, Komodo. And Shaho, you can move up to your speed, but once you get to these rocks, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, so now another animal handling check. Just to make sure he doesn't balk. I love this music. Yeah, nat 20. Okay, so with spider climb, because I think Komodo does have that, and with that nat 20, you're able to get all the way over the rocks regardless of your speed. So you can get all the way over here.
Nice.
So get yourself over there, and you feel like you're doing pretty well right now. All right, Fancy.
All right, Fancy, don't let me down. We're gonna do the same thing Komodo did,
Okay.
to lesser effect.
All right, so you get up here, but Fancy is not quite taking your direction very well. You know, he's struggling. So you get to here, where this ping is. You get about halfway up there. You'll just have to get him down next turn.
Damn it, Fancy!
Opolito.
Alrighty. So yeah, we'll head there and animal handling check. Oh yeah, of course.
You are stuck where you are.
Good old
Opolito is
on that one rock.
refusing to climb.
Oh,
He's like not interested.
my baby.
Maybe he's like eating flies. You hear Addie L in the background being like, "Hey, you're doing a good job over there, except for that little white lizard. It's going a little bit slow. I think it's eating flies. This is a race." And then Zasa's lizard, Miss Lizard, is up.
Come forward and then I guess at that point do an animal handling check. Yeah.
Yep, do that check. Okay, so you get halfway, just like Fancy. so you can go to here, and you'd be good. All right, so one thing that I hadn't mentioned until now is that you can try and impede each other if you like. I'm not going to direct how you do this, but cheating is available. You hear Adiel in the background being like, "This has been a fair fight so far, but it doesn't have to be so fair."
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Very nice.
Komodo, you're up.
buddy.
You can move up to your speed as usual until you get to the sand trap. All right. Once you're in the sand, you feel Komodo's limbs kind of being dragged down a little bit into the sand. It seems like it's actually some sort of quicksand.
Oh no!
You don't think it's incredibly deep. You don't think Adiel's trying to kill you, but it is going to be hard to get through. So first, I'd just like you to roll a dex check as with Komodo's stats. Let's see how Komodo's faring. Okay, Komodo's struggling a little bit, but he does get to move up one. He should be able to get out next turn. Fancy.
Oh, Fancy's gonna continue to do his best.
All right. You don't need animal handling to get down. Basically, you've done the hardest part, which is getting to the top. Now you just need to climb down.
Excellent.
So you can just continue on to the sand trap.
All right, so it's 15 feet to get here. Seeing Komodo sinking into the quicksands, I am going to attempt to direct Fancy to instead latch his little feet onto this sidewall and do a little scootaloo around the corner, avoiding the sand trap entirely.
A good plan. Let's see if it works out for you.
Handle animal?
Yep. Let's see if you can tell Fancy to
But
do
I'm
that.
so bad. Why do we have to roll dice in this game? Why can't we
Can't we just do things?
Oh.
Hey!
Well, there you go.
Fancy gets right up on that little, like the fence that is, lining out the course, and he is able to scuttle across to the other side.
Okay, where should he wind up?
I'd say whatever your movement puts you at, so...
Okay, so that would put him up one more.
Yeah, so you can be right at the water. And you hear your judge in the background. Hey, looks like the frilled one's pulling ahead. I don't know, I like the look of that one. Oh, Polito.
So, real quick,
Yeah.
why do I see Caravan's lizard like your harness is like you're like a backpack on their back as they're running up 2 feet?
Yeah, it's versatile. It has like a little, like those anime where you can go forward into the motorcycle thing. She can rotate from sitting up to lying down if she needs to for the vertical running.
That's awesome. All right, so I'm rolling my animal handling, and hopefully we can make it past these rocks.
Yeah,
this time.
just need to get to the top. Then it's easy sailing after that. Okay, you get to the top, but you are stuck there. Next turn, you will be able to get down.
Okay.
All right, Miss Lizard's turn.
Okay.
I need to use
Do I
this
need
stairs.
animal handling to get down?
No, getting down, you can just get down because you've done the hard part, which is getting up there. So you can just move up to your speed to get to the sand trap, and then you have to figure out what you're doing from there.
Okay. So, up to here. I'm gonna cast Levitate on Miss Lizard.
Okay.
And then just sort of skid her across the sand
My goodness.
like fucking wuxia.
Oh,
Like
God.
just
All right. So what I'd like you to do, just roll an animal handling for me.
yeah, this is just gonna
I just want to see how
ideally look like a,
well Miss Lizard takes to being levitated. Not awfully. She's a little bit perturbed, but she goes with it. And you're able to get across to
Dang it.
right here.
I should have used that.
Well, you always can next time. There's more chances to levitate.
I feel like it's not our lizards getting trained.
It's about learning teamwork with your lizard. It makes you a better lizard rider unit.
Yeah, this is all about teamwork. You know, you gotta be working with your lizard. Your lizard's gotta know what you want. And you have to be able to tell your lizard what you want, otherwise nothing's gonna get done. Komodo.
Okay. I am going to have him hold his breath so that we aren't paddling on the surface, but we're diving under.
Okay,
I hate it, but I'm gonna do it.
You're serious about winning this.
Everyone else is doing extra things, so I'm gonna suck it up.
Okay, so move to right here for me, and then stop first.
Right here?
Yeah, just like right at that second one. So you feel a really strong current. It seems like there's some sort of whirlpool in the center.
Oh, shit.
I would like Komodo to roll a strength check. Okay, 9. Komodo is slowed down, but he is able to get past it, and he gets to here. He can't get out of the water, but he is out of the whirlpool. All right. That's what you get for being first. You get to learn all the things.
Under the surface.
Yep, you're getting pulled
They
down.
don't know.
That's true. They don't necessarily know. They might not have noticed you were struggling down there. I will have each of the competitors roll a perception check to see if they noticed before they can necessarily know. Caravan knows. She knows all about water.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Oh.
Kai has no idea, but Zasa's in the know.
I'm way too far back.
Yeah, you just see water. You're like, oh, that's water. It's fine. All right. Fancy, what are you doing?
All right. They are about to execute a complicated maneuver. As they approach, Caravan is going to kind of unhook herself from the saddle and just hang on with her hands and her arms.
Oh, wow.
She is going to direct Fancy into the water, and
shit.
Caravan is going to assist Fancy with her own swim speed.
All
They
right.
will swim as one.
Okay. I would like once
This is
again
delightful.
animal handling check, just so we can see if Fancy's on board with this plan.
Of course, Fancy is.
We'll
Aren't
see.
you, Fancy?
I just imagine
Fancy's
Caravan, like
okay
this
with it.
lifeguard hold,
Yes.
side stroke, bam,
I got you,
bam,
Fancy.
bam.
Fancy's
Fancy's
fighting
screaming the
against
entire
you a little bit. He's not exactly pleased with this scenario, but you get to hear you are neck and neck with Komodo now.
Do I need to make a strength check?
Yes, as you get to the center, you would have to make the strength check this time.
Me?
Yep.
Oh no.
Because you're the one who's paddling.
No.
So you might
Check
get
or
pulled back.
save?
I'd say because it's you, it'd be a strength save.
Okay, good.
Because, you know, Fancy doesn't really have it. Okay, so you're actually pulled back 1 by the pool.
Okay.
But you're
accept
doing
this.
okay. You're going to have to do that strength save again.
Bless you.
Bless you. On your next turn just to break out of it. Okay? All right. Opolito, you got to get off this mountain.
All right. Hey.
Hey, you get off that mountain. And because of that, you make it all the way to the sand trap. And I'll say that animal handling check is, because of that 20, it's going to let you do basically whatever you want with Opolito to get over the sand.
10,
So,
20, 25. Oh, actually, that puts me there. Let's see. Oy vey. Okay, is that this round? Next round, right? Or no?
I'd say next round,
Yeah,
you can
okay.
do whatever you like to get over the sand. And
Okay.
Opolito, that animal hand check is going to hold over to
Gotcha.
next turn. All right. Zasa.
Okay.
Gonna maintain concentration on levitate,
Okay.
and now it is straight up whooshy.
Okay. So, just another animal handling check. I want to make sure Miss Lizard isn't freaking out about this the longer she's in the air. She's upset. So, you get to just above the water, and then she starts flailing around.
Oh.
You have to take the rest of your turn to calm her down. You're like petting her head and being like, "Oh no, it's okay, it's okay." So you don't both go splashing into the water, but you are
Is
still
she-
levitating.
Is she doing the puppy thing where she's like paddling in the air?
Yes.
I know.
She might be air paddling. Basically, going over the water freaked her out. All right, Komodo, you're still in the lead. You can get out of the water easily. And then once you get to here, tell me what your plan is.
That's a big hole.
It is a big hole. It's a big, deep hole.
Yeah, I don't like that. So taking a page out of Fancy's book, I'm gonna spider climb on the wall on the other side.
Okay. I'd say you're safely able to do the spider climb without Komodo freaking out. I mean, you guys have been up mountains together. This big pit isn't that scary. It just reminds Komodo of the last pit he was in, where there was a big ol' eye. So you are able to cross and get to here. It is a little slow, but you make it across. And then I would like you to roll a perception check for me.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Perception checks only happen before good things.
Only before good things, of course. You know me so well. Okay. Everything seems normal.
Oh, boy.
All right, Fancy, you're up.
Oh, God.
Okay, Caravan attempts to
Strength check.
continue. Yes.
So
Go,
you get
Kevin,
out.
go.
Yeah. You are the best lifeguard in the world.
Yes, she is.
So
How can you beat a mermaid?
you're able to pull Fancy all the way out, and as long as it's within your movement, which I believe it is, you can try and cross the pit.
I would like to. So that was 10. Let me do some quick calculations here. So she can go another 20 feet. Yeah, I think Fancy's gonna try to do this thing.
Okay.
This little Matrix-style maneuver where he rounds the corner, gets a good running jump, and it's then gonna glide across.
Okay.
But I don't think he gets additional movement from the fly speed, right? So it's
Yeah,
just
no
up to 30
additional.
total.
Yeah.
So he would end up right there. Just
All
a
right.
quick glide.
Neck and neck.
Neck and neck with that frilly neck. All right. Opalito, Kai, you can do basically whatever you want to get over the sand with that 20 you had before.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the wall spider climb on the wall
Okay.
and make it to the water, I guess.
Okay. And I think that puts you at like 20 feet of movement.
Yeah, 20 feet left.
Okay, so yeah, you can get into the water if you like, or you might have other plans. I don't know.
I do not have another plan because my stuff is not great for this type of thing.
All right, so yeah, if you get to the midpoint in the water, that's when Opalito will have to do the strength check.
Okay. Yeah. Strength check for Opalito. Oh God.
So he's struggling. You're only able to get to here, but next turn you'll have to do it again, and you should be able to pull yourself out. Should. All right, Miss Zasa and Miss Lizard.
All right. Another animal handling.
Yep. Just to see if you manage to calm her down. Oh yeah. You work some lizard wizard magic on her, and you're able to float all the way across. Now,
Nice.
I don't know how levitation affects your normal speed.
Levitate just prevents her from sinking.
Okay.
It specifically states that you can
Sure.
still push and pull on objects in order to move yourself.
Okay. Okay. So
like, yeah, it's just a Chinese kung fu movie as she's dashing over the surface of the water. She still has to make contact, but
all right, let me just check her speed real fast. Okay, so her speed is 30. So she still has 10 feet of movement from where you are now. So you can just get up to the edge of the pit. You can try and cross the pit. It really depends on how you're trying to cross, if it's not still the levitate. Because I think... where is mine? There it is. Because I think you could get, you can get to the edge of the pit right now. And then
Okay.
next turn, in theory, if you're maintaining the levitate, you could try and levitate over.
okay.
All right. Komodo. Shaho, please roll me another perception check. Okay, so with that 24, you know that this area right here is not what it seems. There's something under the surface, and those rock walls are there for a reason. You think it's a trap of some sort. If you get closer, you can roll an investigation check to try and figure out what it is exactly.
I think I'm going to... Do I want to just fire an arrow down it? And see if something happens. Well, I'm like, Caravan, I know this is a race, but there's definitely something funny about this passage.
Like a clown or like a trap?
Clowns aren't funny.
Maybe it's a clown trap.
Oh no.
Clowns
worse.
and traps are the same thing. Especially if they have red balloons. I think I'm just gonna play it safe and spider climb down the side.
Okay. All right, so I think with your spider climb, you are able to get all the way across, and if you want, you can get to the top of this mountain.
I will do it.
Because you can go directly from the cliff face, if you go on this side, to the top of the mountain.
5, 10. Yeah,
But that's where you stop, is right on top of there.
gotcha.
Okay. Fancy.
So nothing happened when Komodo did the parkour off the wall.
Correct. Nothing happened off the wall.
The thing is, if I want to win, I need to get ahead a little bit.
Oh boy.
And Caravan is too good and pure to sabotage her friends. That would never even occur to her. So she's gonna try to push Fancy to do his frill glide thing, but with a shorter running distance, because he would need to jump before he gets to the rocks, I imagine. Who knows what's going on there?
Okay, so you're trying to push Fancy for another glide, but with less prep.
But with a 5-foot run instead of a 10. So this could be a disaster.
Okay.
A hilarious disaster.
Animal handling check.
Okay. Go Fancy. I believe in you.
Oh boy.
Okay. You can attempt it.
She's
Fancy's
attempting.
at least responding. So you start doing the run up. You start gliding. But Fancy didn't have enough prep. And you land here. You are able to get a little bit further. You get to here. But then something happens.
Fancy, no.
The music dramatically stopped too.
I know!
Spike trap!
Oh no!
Spikes? I'll be
Fancy
more this.
doesn't actually get hurt. As the spikes
Good.
spring up, you realize that they're made of like a hard kind of rubber material. So they don't pierce, but it's kind of like a bump, and Fancy goes like
And startles.
yeah, it's,
What's the rating of this channel? Is it more of a PG, or how high can we go here? Because these are reminding me of a specific thing that I would like to point out. How about I just leave it at that? Y'all know what I'm picturing here.
yeah, there you go,
No,
that
I
works.
really don't, and I don't think it do.
Okay.
Put it in Discord chat.
There you
So
go.
Fancy is startled, and you're going to be at half movement your next turn.
Oh man.
But you are able to get off of it and get to here.
Okay.
But Fancy will be at half movement because of the startle. And then as you move off, the spikes, the rubber spikes, go back down. Opolito.
Oh lord. Okay, I'm making another strength check, right?
Yes, yeah, to get out of that whirlpool's pull.
All right. Yep. That's about right.
So, given it's your second turn trying to get out of this pool, you've been pulling, and like Opolito is struggling, but what I'm going to let you do is I'm going to let you do a strength as well to see if you can, do like a paddle alongside Opolito to get enough to push you over.
Okay.
So you can do a save or a check, whatever you're better for.
All right, I think I'm pretty much the same. So, strength check for me.
With your powers combined.
And we get pulled under.
Nah, you almost feel like you're pulled under, but I'm on the wrong layer. That's why it's not letting me.
Okay.
But you get to hear. You're not out of the water yet, but you are out of the whirlpool.
Okay.
It was a struggle. Miss Lizard.
Want to have Miss Lizard grab along to onto the side so that she can round the corner.
Yeah, do like a little spider climb around.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'd say she's familiar enough with spider climb that isn't a problem, and you're able to get to the other side and continue at your speed up until you reach the spike trap, which you almost certainly saw.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run to here. Going to do a non-damaging tongue attack to latch on. Crank up levitate so that it shoots me, so that it gives me upward speed, but I'm still tethered to Fancy. So at about 10 feet up, it starts yanking me forward. And then once I'm over Fancy's head, I let go. So that it shoots forward.
For the creativity of this maneuver, I would like you to do an animal handling check at advantage.
Okay.
Just because I want this to work really bad. My only reasoning here. Okay, with a 14, I'd say you are able to use Miss Lizard's stretchy, extendable, prehensile tongue to grab onto Fancy and fling yourself forward.
And up here?
Yep, but I'd like you to roll me just a straight D20.
Okay.
Okay, with that 16, you think you just missed Fancy getting pulled forward, too. If you had gotten any lower, Fancy was gonna go like, woo! All right, Komodo.
I'm almost sad that didn't.
I know, I was rooting for it.
I'm gonna keep climbing my way over these rocks.
Okay, animal handling check, please.
Oh, God.
Okay, so you're able to get up here, but you're kind of stuck at the top. You're struggling a little bit with Komodo. Maybe he's getting tired.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot for him. This is a tough course. All right, Fancy, you are at half speed, but you can get off the spikes. You also just got prehensilely grabbed by Miss Lizard's tail.
I feel like he is just screaming in rage and confusion. Like the diva he is. I picture him maybe going a little out of control here. I think he would try to climb this wall beside him just to get away from the spikes.
Okay.
And maybe once he's done that, we could get him to launch himself.
Oh.
Like, just from the rock to the other rock.
Okay.
Do a lateral move here.
That sounds very lizard.
I think it's very lizard. What
It's
would you like
very
me to roll
lizard.
for this?
Because I like this plan and it's very lizard, it's animal handling, but with advantage.
Oh, buddy.
Because he wants to do this. You just have to make sure you don't fall off, essentially.
That's a hard ask.
Okay. Fancy climbs up the wall, launches off, frills flailing, and you hang on and are able to get to here.
Where is here? Did you move?
Oh, yeah, I pinged.
Right there. Okay.
Right here.
I'll move up there.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're one ahead.
Fancy, go.
All right, Opolito, you need to get out of that water, but you are in the clear to do so.
Okay. So
Polito. Oh, Polito.
so I'm going to come here and then do the spider climb.
Yep.
On the wall.
Yep.
Again to get past the pit. To here.
Okay.
So that's 15.
Okay.
And then we will take the side wall.
This one here?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's take that side wall. See what we can get. Do I need what was the roll for that? Or was there not?
Just I think right now you're good to climb over. You're basically
Okay.
just doing a spider climb, which Opolito's good at.
Okay. So that puts me here, actually, like, technically here, because I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay, so
6.
you're like on the edge of the mountain. All right.
Yes.
We are
Now.
closing ranks.
Now.
Oh, something else happening.
This is kind of mean.
I mean,
but it won't do any damage.
Are you all about to get smited?
I swear, like, most of my stuff is all, like, damage or healing, which doesn't help. But this one is not. And so I am going to cast Flash at the people in front of me and blind them for 1 minute.
all right. Okay,
so they have to.
it looks like a
Constitution.
Con save. Okay, DC
Yeah,
12
con
con
save.
save from
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay, so lizards and riders.
Everybody in front. So it looks like Zasa, you're safe because it was in
Yes,
front of you.
Yes.
So it'd be.
It's a sphere. It's a 10-foot sphere. I think
I
it gets
just
awesome.
blue shelled you guys.
Oh, it is a sphere.
Is it a sphere? Okay, then it gets Zasa
Yeah, it
as
is.
well.
Brutal.
All right. Well,
All right. So Komodo is not blinded. Shaho is.
Okay.
I'm
gonna
blind.
do a-
I'm wet.
Okay.
Save on the lizard. Oops, that should just be a 6.
Okay.
So Caravan's blind.
Okay.
How
Caravan's
do I
blind.
do a
Miss Lizard's
save
not.
on the lizard?
I would
Just roll raw con.
Yeah, just roll
roll
a
the con, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, Lizard saves. So, Fancy is not blind. Caravan, you are. Just like Komodo is not blind, but Shaho is. Zasa, can you roll yours for me? Because we got Miss Lizard. Okay. So basically for everybody, your lizards are not blind, but you are. So you're going to be relying
now.
you're going to be relying on them a lot here. I was not expecting this. You see Adiel, like, applauding in the back. She's like, yeah, now it's getting interesting. I haven't seen antics like this since the race of 92. And you have no idea what she's talking about. But
sorry,
she's
I
enjoying
forgot to
this.
swap my my chat filter. The 19 was.
Oh,
for
the 19
Zasa
is you?
and the 7
Okay.
For Miss Lizard.
Okay, that makes a little more sense. I was like, why are you rolling like that? Okay, so Zasa's not blinded, but Miss Lizard is. So, I don't know if that's better or worse for you. But, with that, we're gonna hold this suspense a little bit. And we're gonna see what Marigold's doing.
Oh.
So,
Oh no.
let me pause this music for a minute, because it is not appropriate for what Marigold's doing. Okay. My music. I need my music. Okay. Boop.
Hanging out in a graveyard like goth kids do.
So, Marigold,
Yes.
as you're hanging out in this graveyard, something happens.
Oh no, it does. Doesn't it?
So, what's your zebra's name again?
Metaluan.
Menaluan? Okay, I just knew I wasn't going to pronounce it correctly unless you said it again.
You're good. I don't even think Marigold's pronouncing it correctly.
Okay, so as you're wandering around the graveyard, Menaluan's with you. You're just accompanied by your good zebra friend. But suddenly, Menaluan pauses like an animal that's just been caught in the sight of a predator. And then, like, if the zebra had hackles, you feel like they'd be raised.
What is it? I'm gonna reach out and kind of lay my hand on his shoulder because I'm next to him, and speak to him, I guess, through emotional intent, through telepathy.
You feel that he's startled by something, but you don't know what. Like, you can't really get the good sense of what. And then suddenly, he's off like a shot. He's running into the nearby forest.
No, wait! Oh, God. Okay.
Now, give me one moment. I need to put you all on the forest so Marigold can see it.
Oh, no.
Da, da, da.
This
We're
extra
having a
motherfucker.
race, and then Marigold gets into like a serious combat situation.
Right.
So, let me describe this forest for you.
Okay.
So, Metalune seems spooked or driven. You can't really tell which, but it's definitely out of character. You follow Metalune into the woods, and it seems to stretch in every direction. It seems like it's probably the thickest forest you've ever experienced. It's strong, it's healthy, but maybe a little bit too lush. It seems like no matter what path you seem to clear with your own body, it closes up behind you.
Oh no!
Great.
And the further you walk, you can still see Metalune in the distance, a white and black blur. But you are almost certain you're losing your way, even as well-versed as you may be with forests.
No, not at all, actually.
That's why I said may, because I wasn't certain.
The Drendalia are underground elves.
Yeah, so you think that even if you were an elf of the forest, you'd still be weirded out. But, given you're not familiar... give me one moment here.
Boop.
Pop my character sheet out and put it over there.
So, eventually, you kind of stumble into a part that looks like there's kind of a path. It's not much of one. The trees are still very close. But you see Metalune in the distance from you. I'd like you to roll an animal handling check for me.
Oh, delightful.
Okay.
16.
Okay. So, how are you calling out to your zebra?
I addressed him by the name he gave me, because he did name himself. Come on, Metalune, what are you doing out here? Come back. We don't know where we are. I really don't like trees. I know, elf doesn't like trees, but really, could you please come back here? Really?
He turns around and looks at you, and kind of makes that weird zebra whinny that they do, like that. It's kind of like that screechy sound.
Mm.
And he stamps his foot, and then he keeps walking. He's not running anymore, but he's leading you somewhere, you think.
Of course he is. I get the most extra motherfucker on the planet. I will move forward cautiously through the underbrush, I suppose.
Okay. I'd like you to roll a history check for me, even if you're not, trained in it.
100% not, but hey, jack of all trades, what's up?
Hey, that's pretty good. So, given where you're located right now, where the trading outpost is, that you're probably in the fouled forest right now. It looks like Metalune booked it. And brought you past the little scrubs of trees and all the way into it. You also know with that 14 that while this isn't a place that's necessarily affected by Titan spawn, it does have some sort of eldritch force that makes the trees and the growth not something beyond normal.
Great.
And you know that explorers have reported that when they try to clear parts of this forest, it grows back within days, no matter what they do. Give me one more history check.
Can't inspire myself, so okay. History. Boop.
Okay,
17.
so with a 17, you're able to remember a little bit more. You've heard stories about this place. You've heard stories about the people who live within it. You know that the most infamous inhabitants of the Fouled Forest are a group known as the Marauders, a band of bandits and thugs who have somehow found a way to eke out a living among the forest's clinging growth. They're led by an iron-bred warrior maiden known as Thruxalu. That's hard to say.
That's a name.
Yeah, it is. This band patrols the forest in silence, robbing unsuspecting travelers who get caught in the forest's vines. The undergrowth does not seem to affect the Marauders for some reason. But you also know that there's been rumors of somebody else in this forest as well. But you can't quite remember who. Alright. So, you're being led forward. Do you follow Menaluin?
Is he within 60 feet of me?
Let me get out my ruler. He is directly within 60 feet of you.
I'll take a 5-foot step forward. I can't actually control my token.
Oh, let me fix that for you.
Please, I must move. Merciful DM.
Ah, here we go. It didn't link to you.
Hey, Fred.
There you go. You should have control.
Okay. I'll take I'll step in about 10 feet closer and kind of query Menaluin. Do you want me to follow you? Are you leading me somewhere?
You get the feeling that he is. You don't know why, but he wants you to follow him.
I'm not. Ugh. Today I wear the nice shawl, of course. Just fine. All right. I will come with you. I'm gonna carefully sort of creep through the vines, watching my step, trying not to get tangled in them, probably catching my hair on every living thing in existence.
Definitely. Give me a dex save, just to see how well you're getting through all this thick foliage. Okay, so
Bard.
It's catching you, but you're not losing items to it, which you feel like that could be a possibility if you're not careful. Things might fall off, things might get trapped in the vines. It seems like it's pretty serious. So you are able to keep following wherever Menaluin's going, though.
Okay, I don't have hooves, so you're just gonna have to bear with me, and I'm gonna actually kind of wrap my shawl around me a little more securely, tie my hair back, which I will not do with this wig because it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Kind of make it so I'm not being dragged at by the forest.
Yeah. So
Hey, Marigold, your hair's stupid. Just dragged by the forest. Sorry, I'm good.
Menaluin waits for you. He seems impatient though, like there's something he wants you to see.
Can I get on you? Is that fine? Can I ride you?
Animal handling check.
All right. 11?
You're able to get on because he thinks it'd be faster.
Okay, fine.
But he's not necessarily pleased about you riding him. All right, so you're able to get on, and you're able to. He leads you over this way to a path that is in the trees here.
Huh.
It's not much, but there is a little bit of an opening. You feel like it's strange that there's an opening, given that you know that. Oh, like, it's not supposed to be like that. They usually go away. It seems like maybe somebody's been through here recently, or, maybe it's kept open by some magical means. You're not exactly certain.
You know what? While I'm here... Tech magic? Nope, I'm not a wizard!
Alright, so...
Hold on, what did the raiders look like?
So... You don't know exactly. You think that not a lot of people see them unless they're being robbed. But you think that they would be equipped to hide in the forest.
Okay, so camouflagey bits, are they mostly ironbred or are they like...
You know that their leader's ironbred, but you think that the marauders themselves are pretty diverse.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself.
Okay.
And I will take the form of a rather unassuming kind of drab-looking, and not quite as tall, wood elf, if they exist in this setting.
Yeah.
And drab down my clothes, make sure my hair's not pink, it's not like some kind of modelly brownish gray. I'll keep my eyes though. I'm very vain about them, and I will follow Menelun, or
Okay.
let him lead, I guess.
All right, so you're led to the area where you think Menelun's been trying to take you. And give me one moment.
Okay.
As you enter the clearing, a feeling of peace descends upon you. You worry for how you will get back to the others. You worry about the marauders. You worry about why Menelun's doing this. Seems to fade, in a way. There's a large tree that looms over you, but it doesn't give off the presence that a tree usually does. You've spoken to trees before. You know the feeling they give off, and this doesn't feel like a tree. Roll me a perception check, please.
Sure. Perception. 5.
You hear a thunk, but you don't know what that thunk was.
I'm gonna hop down off of Menelun, pat him gently. I can control my zebra, but not me. Okay. And draw my rapier. Because suddenly feeling at ease and at peace in the middle of a, raider-infested wood seems like not great. Highly suspect.
It's certainly strange.
I may be young, but I wasn't born quite yesterday.
All right, I was just fixing the map here so everyone can see you on it. There we go. All right. Do you approach the big tree, or do you try and do something else?
Nope, I'm gonna stand there and watch it.
Okay, so you keep watching. I'd like you to roll another perception check for me.
Sure. Let's see how distracted I am. 9.
Okay, so even with the 9, you spot what you think you might have missed the first time. There's a flicker on the tree, as if the tree itself is flickering. It may be some sort of, bless you, glamour or illusion. You would have to get closer to know for sure, but something about that tree definitely isn't a tree. It doesn't look like a tree, doesn't feel like a tree, but it's currently pretending to be a tree.
Okay. I still can't sleep my token, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a zebra.
I fixed the other ones, but not this one. My bad.
Okay. Alright. You know what? Let's try Sylvan. Look, I can see you're not a tree, so... You wanna... tell me what's going on? No?
You... Even speaking in Sylvan, you don't seem like you're able to communicate with whatever this is.
Okay, we'll try telepathically. Hello? Are you a thing? Are you alive? Are you a tree? Are you a man? Are you a... something that's going to kill me?
It seems... empty.
Okay, fine. Get closer. This is totally stupid. Walking up to a random illusion in the middle of a raider-infested forest with my friendly zebra, of course. No, Marigold. We're gonna go lizard racing, Marigold. And I was like, no, I'm going to go sulk in a graveyard because I'm slightly, disturbed by the recent goings on of, dead people and dead things. I'm a musician. I'm not a warrior. I don't kill people. Never seen a corpse. The most horrible thing I've seen up until now is I have seen a corpse, but it was different context. I didn't cause the corpse.
So your ranting seems to shake something loose a little bit. The illusion flickers again, and you see a white brick fall out of the tree and land beside it.
What the fuck?
You just made a tree shit bricks.
Yes, you did.
Oh, God. Okay. Alright, fine. You know what? Menelun, fold your ears back. This is gonna be ugly, and I draw forth the bagpipes and just make the most ungodly noise. It is a war cry. It will be heard by thousands of birds. Everything in the forest will know I'm here.
The entire forest trembles with your bagpipes.
I roll to intimidate the fucking tree.
Intimidate that tree for me.
Bagpipes!
Roll that intimidation with your bagpipes.
Hold on, I think I have advantage
I
because
believe
Piper's Menace.
Yes, I believe you do. You do get advantage for that, I think.
Oh, I do intimidation. Oh, that's a 7. Let's see what it's like with the
23.
Oh,
So, whatever you just did, the awful sound you created, it seems to break the illusion.
What?
whoa.
And the tree disappears, revealing a large tower.
Oh. Okay, I just tried to intimidate a tower.
You successfully intimidated a tower.
I don't think the tower was expecting it, honestly.
23.
But you see that there is a door on the tower, just made of wood. It looks like whatever has drawn you to the forest is either inside the tower. Menaloon doesn't really seem sure. He's not approaching.
Oh, so you're just gonna stand here?
You get the feeling he's like, yeah.
You know, I threaten you, but you're actually just too beautiful to threaten. If I die, just go back and tell the others, alright? And I will, against my better judgment, approach this tower, because god damn it, what else am I gonna do?
So
My right determined to stay here.
you approach the tower, and do you try the handle?
No.
You just hang out by the door?
No, I'm gonna look at it first.
Okay, you're gonna look at it. Okay.
Door, is it a handhold? It's a little trap door. Never open the front door of the tower in the middle of the woods. Are you kidding?
I mean, that's probably wise. Roll a perception check for me.
Sure. 14.
Okay. So, the door, you don't notice anything strange beyond the fact that it was pretending to be a tree. It seems like a normal wood-hewn door. It has a little handle that you could try and open. You could also try and knock, if, being polite suits your fancy.
I am terribly extra, but I'm not rude. Tap, tap.
At your knock, a voice fills the clearing. You seem to be lost, and thus far unhindered by the marauders. I suppose Thruksalu, I can't say it, knew I was planning a journey today and didn't want to cross my path. It kind of echoes in the trees a little bit.
Marigold will pause for about half a second, look up, and then drop his illusion because obviously a talking tower is probably going to be able to see through it, and it just seems rude. I am Marigold. May I have the pleasure of knowing your name?
You might know my name, but I feel like that would ruin the surprise.
Have we met before?
No, but I know of you.
Well, I mean, who doesn't?
I know of many things. But you and your party have been doing some very interesting things.
Oh, we're adventurers. We work for money. Yes, that's just part of the job. What sort of interesting things are you talking about? We've done a lot of interesting things.
Well, trying to find the pieces of Mormo to stop others from finding it. Certainly interesting.
Okay, we're doing this dance, aren't we? Alright, so are you on the side of the people who want to put Mormo back together and rain chaos and doom and horribleness upon the world, or are you part of the people trying to keep them apart from each other and, maybe not release a Titan?
I'm on the side of knowledge, but I would really prefer she not rain on everybody's parade.
Side of knowledge? I know somebody who'd like you.
Well, I think it's best you leave now. It's been a short visit, but finding my sanctuary was an accident, it seems.
What happens if I come in?
You really shouldn't.
Yeah, but I'm curious.
Perhaps another day.
Are you gonna stop me? I mean...
I will.
Okay, so you're a mysterious, disembodied voice in the clearing who wants to keep Mormo separate, so that means you're on maybe our side for now, but I mean, honestly, I don't trust anybody in these anywhere, ever. So, and you won't let me in your amazing tower masquerading as a tree, because... Woo, mystery.
Well, it'd be rude to enter somebody's tower without permission, would it not?
That's true, but you have heard of me, haven't you?
I have heard of you. But I also know that this forest is very dangerous at night, and it's going to take quite a while for us to get you home.
Us?
I'll lead you out.
I don't get a name. Come on, just a name.
Maybe once we reach the edge of the forest.
Is there like an exchange thing or something? But he's already walking towards Menaluin because he's not arguing with the tower.
So as you agree to be shown out of the forest, a cloaked figure appears just at the edge of the clearing.
Okay.
You can't see much of the figure. You do see a beckoning hand, like, out of the cloak. And he steps into the brush, clearing a path with his presence alone. Do you follow?
Nope!
You really don't know how to feel about this dude. But you do remember that somebody else lived in this forest. You remembered that. You just couldn't quite remember who. And you think maybe you found the other person that's in the forest. But he seems to value his privacy.
Marigold gives one last, very longing look towards the door behind him and sighs. Fine.
So, as you start following him, he's making a pretty clear path for you. But he does give you a bit of warning. Keep your distance and a good hold of your zebra. Step where I step, and you'll be just fine.
My zebra led me here. To you.
He's quite a wise beast.
Yes, he is.
I think he knows more than he's letting on.
I would also believe that. He is also very partial to crumpets and the finest tea that I can afford.
Maybe after I've left you at the edge of the forest, you can talk to Menaluin, and he'll tell you who I am.
Well, he knows.
He might. I am quite fond of zebra.
That is Rune reacting, not Marigold.
That phrasing makes it sound like you want to eat the zebra.
Right?
Alright, well, we're following this mysterious cloaked bastard because what else am I gonna do? Run away and try to get into a really interesting tower in the middle of the woods?
I'm quite fond of zebra, especially with a little truffle oil sprinkled.
So, when you say fond of zebra, do you mean food or...
No, I wouldn't eat them. I just think they're very interesting animals. I wish there were more in the world. They're quite rare.
Oh, I've actually never seen one before. He was being sold.
I've only seen 2, and perhaps one of the ones I saw was Menaluin. He seemed to recognize my presence.
Are you some sort of deity?
No, not a deity.
Oh well. So, druid, wizard,
I'm a proponent of knowledge.
You've really got to meet Zasa. She'd love you. I mean, out of all the people that you could have met of our group, no, you get to meet me, and I'm into books and songs, but not like, knowledge.
I think I'll meet Zasa soon enough. I think I'll meet all of you again.
That's not reassuring, but I look forward to it. Maybe. I'm following a cloak dude on a zebra.
The forest, does seem to be making a path for you. He's leading you through it. You recognize sort of where you're going. You actually spot a few pieces of Menaluin's hair, caught on some brush, things like that kind of show that you have been here before. He seems to be leading you out the way you came. But as he walks, he does, turn his head a little bit. You see a bit of a outline of his face. I heard you joined the College of Remembrance.
You have ears everywhere, don't you? Yes, I did.
Brent always was a little different from the other mourner bards.
Well, not everything's a tragedy. Sometimes even death.
You're so right. I think people view it really one-dimensionally a lot of the time.
Happens all the time here. Choice is really what you do, is it?
Agreed. And he keeps walking. And, eventually, you start to feel the forest thinning out a little bit. It takes a couple moments, but then he stops. You're up a fair distance away. He's kept his distance. And here we are, safe and sound. You can see the outpost in front of you, just through the forest. The edge of the trees is pretty obvious now.
Well, thank you for the escort. I appreciate not getting murdered in the middle of a forest.
As you say that, you look around for a minute, and suddenly he's gone.
Of course he is. Typical.
But you spot a cloak puddled in the brush. The ash-gray pattern on the crushed velvet material shimmers in the dappled light. It seems the figure left it behind. You now have a cloak of whispers.
Yo, what?
I'll give it to you right now in the Discord.
Yo, what?
He probably left it for Metalin. Let's be real here.
That's actually true.
It's Metalin's cloak.
You have this.
Mean to leave this behind, or no? Can I have it? It's really nice. Okay. Where
The path of the forest starts closing up behind you.
Okay, we leave. Discord crashed on me, so please hold.
Oh.
It's like, why is my Discord been so quiet this evening? It's because it's closed.
And with that, we go back to the lizard race.
All right.
Let me get our chase music on.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
It's a major mood shift, Chris.
It is.
I was like, oh yeah, racing.
Well, I figured the tensest moment of the lizard race, I would go to something super threatening for no reason. All right, so it is Opalito's turn. Or Opalito, you just went.
No, I just went. Yes,
You
just
went.
went.
It is Miss Lizard's turn. So you feel as if a lot of time has passed, and yet none has passed at all, and we're exactly where we were before.
Okay.
If you remember, you are not blinded, but Miss Lizard is.
Yes. So, weirdly enough, that doesn't really change my turn a whole lot. Because we're gonna do something dumb.
Yes. Good.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
So, gonna levitate about 10 feet higher than the mountain over there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Thunder Wave and immediately disconnect it with immutable signs, so that the target is actually The point of origin is actually behind me.
Okay.
It's going to eject us.
Okay.
That's wizard
To be moved here.
solutions. Yes.
These are wizard solutions to modern problems. You've had time to think about this.
I was gonna do it before we got
All right. So I'd like you to roll an animal handling check because your lizard has been blinded. Okay, 18. You calm your lizard down, and I'm gonna let you do this. Whatever you're trying to do, go for it. Describe it, if you will, how exactly this looks and works.
So, all of a sudden, Miss Lizard jumps up a little bit, and then Zasa turns on the upward thrust, just whoosh, like a rocket, and then an explosion happens over here and throws us that way.
All right.
By rules, it's only 10 feet, but I mean, eh.
Yeah, I mean, it's still cool. So you levitate yourself and fling yourself forward 10 feet, or I think you probably would start, I'm not going to put you on top of Opalito, but like on top of Opalito, and then the 10 feet starts, or were you doing that at the mountain? So like right here.
Well, I would need to start off of the mountain, otherwise
Okay. Okay, so you get up here, you float up the 10 feet, and then shoot yourself forward 10 feet.
Mhm.
All right, so that would put you here. I feel like you probably still get movement at this point, because you were shot forward by Thunderwave, so you can still move.
Okay.
I would say you probably get 10 feet. I think that seems fair.
Sure. Isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You hear the judge in the background. I've never seen nothing like that before. Wow. Quite a scene. This is best lizard racing yet. Komodo.
Some here.
Okay, so I'm blind.
You are blind, but Komodo is not.
And I've been trying to just like coax Komodo to do a lot of things and everything and really, do it on his terms. But because I'm blind, I'm gonna use basically like my lizard master text where he obeys my commands. And I'm going to command him to keep scaling the rocks and going forward.
Okay. So with using that command, we do not need an animal handling check. I would like you to just roll me a dex save. Since you are blind, I just want to make sure you're not going to tumble off somehow. Okay, you're fine. You are able to hold on tight as Komodo moves you as far as his standard movement quite easily. He's listening to your command. All right. Fancy. I believe
All right.
Fancy is blind, or you are blind, but Fancy is not.
I am blind. I am clinging to this lizard. I don't know what's going on. Things
We
are
heard a
already
loud
weird.
boom.
Yeah, we were trapped. Things went dark. I hear a loud boom behind me. There's like a breeze overhead. I don't know what's happening. I think Caravan is probably hollering and clinging on to Fancy for dear life. And I think Fancy, just moving without direction, would probably still run forward. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, away from the big sound, which was behind it.
Yes. So Fancy's just gonna sprint on ahead. How far can I get? What do I need to do?
I would say, since you're coming down from that mountain, you would just do whatever your standard speed is. You're able to go, unless you were trying to do something special, like force him to run or anything like that.
Oh, well, he's gonna go ahead and there's just not a lot of space to move here, unfortunately. So that's 25 feet of his. Wait, how far can Fancy move? No, he's a 30-feeter. Darn it. And then I think he's just gonna, because he avoided the growth last time, I think he's gonna do the thing where he jumps and tries to land on the wall again.
Okay.
So I'd put him like right there.
Okay.
Attaboy.
So yeah, you're basically hanging out for dear life. I'd just like you to make a dex save for me.
Yeah.
I want to
She
make sure he doesn't drop you.
She is clinging to the saddle, and it's now sideways. She is in the air. Who
You're
knows
in
if
the
she
air,
even
you're
got
blind,
buckled
you're
back in
sideways.
after the swimming.
Okay.
All right.
You're holding on tight. You are holding on to Fancy with a death grip. All right. Opalito.
Well, that didn't work out like I had planned. I am going to. Yeah, I am going. Yeah, just gonna go straight over the rocks. Animal handling, hopefully.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah. Just do that animal handling for me. Just to make sure you get over that the worst part. Okay. With a 10, you're able to get over. You probably end up about here. But unless you do something special to get Opalito to go further, this is basically where he stays with that 10.
Yeah, no, that's nothing else I can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that puts us to Miss Lizard.
Grease lasts a minute, and it has not yet been won.
Very true.
But Zasa's the only one who knows that it's been greased.
Yes, no one else realizes.
So I'm gonna try to coax Miss Lizards forward and to go through the grease part.
All right.
So let me flip my text.
Okay. 18. You're able to get Miss Lizard to do whatever you like.
That's 30 feet. So
Zasa. So Zasa pulls it out at the end. You hear.
but I only had to blow like 4 spells.
Yeah, you had to cheat. A lot. But that's what happens. Give me one moment. I'm just trying to find my
This is kind of important while you're looking. How long does this blindness last?
1 minute.
A minute.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna be blind for a little bit.
Yeah, you're just gonna be blind for a little bit. But as Zasa crosses the finish line, you hear Adiel. She rings the bell really frantically. Hey, we have a winner! We have a winner! Not who I expected, honestly, but she's got some tricks up her sleeves. Those wizard sleeves got lots of rooms for tricks. All right. Everybody, you're done now. You can try and figure out who's second and third and fourth if you like. I don't have extra prizes, but sometimes you just want to know.
It's been an exhausting day. I'm just ready for Komodo to come on out so I can tell him sorry for forcing him to do things.
All right. So is that a consensus that that all the lizards are tired and so are their riders who are now blinded?
Absolutely.
Fancy's still gonna do some shit.
Okay. So we will skip to Fancy to see what Fancy does.
Where is this bell ringing coming from?
I would say that Adiel is over here with the bell.
All right, Fancy is not going to move that direction. Fancy is on the wall. Fancy is going to keep climbing up and try to go out over the wall of this enclosure.
Bye.
All right. I would like you to just give me a dex save to see how well you're hanging on to Fancy as he does his own business. Okay, you're able to hang on. You don't know where Fancy's going, but you're along for the ride.
I don't know I don't know what's happening. How high up are these walls?
I'd say the walls are probably about like 15 feet.
Okay, so he's just gonna climb up and then back over and down to the other side. I think since he's 15 feet up, he's gonna jump, actually,
Okay.
and land about right there. Let me know when it's my round again.
No.
Will do. All right. So, Shaho, if you'd like to move Komodo at all, just get him out of the race. You can. You can easily cross through and get him over here. That would put us at Opolito.
Who,
Hi.
yes, is going to ride across here.
Okay. Yeah, you can just get yourself over there. Zasa, I think you'd probably be talking to Adiel, who is, like, basically just, like, patting you on the shoulder, like, you did such a good job. It's great. Best lizard race I'd seen in a while. People, they don't get too creative most of the time, But you did real well. Oh, yeah, let me get your prize. And she goes and starts digging through a bag, and she pulls out a ring. Which you...
This is very sudden.
Oh, no. I'm already married.
Oh.
Glynis, she's my wife. Nah, don't worry about it. Not marrying you. Maybe we can talk about it later. I'm kidding. You recognize this ring. It's a fairly, you think it's probably pretty rare. That's what you recognize. Just roll an Arcana check for me. Okay. With a 15, you recognize this as a ring of animal influence.
Cool.
I will put this in the Discord for you.
Dang.
And you, everybody else, even Fancy and Caravan, who are currently going rogue, you will get advantage on your next 5 animal handling checks that you have to do.
Woo.
Because of going through this
Nice.
course.
Sweet. And I
Here,
note
that.
that in his little red circle.
All right. So then we're going to move to Fancy. What's Fancy doing?
There we go.
Fancy is
Freedom.
fucking running it. And I think at this point, so during the course, I was just thinking single move actions.
Yeah.
Since I was kind of training as like a rider and mount. But right now, she's just really hanging on.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be double moving.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And he is running the fuck away. Oop, not that far.
Oh wait, I can't see, so I
Round
don't know
3.
if you're going anywhere.
I anywhere near this.
I think you would be coming back now. So you might see that something's going on in the distance. You see Caravan hanging on for dear life on the back of Fancy. You see the others kind of like huddled around in the pen. I'd say that if you are riding your zebra again, you'd be able to reach in time to do something about this.
What is going on?
Is that Marigold?
No, it's the Fuller Brush Man.
We're blind!
Hi, Fuller Brushman. Oh, wait, no, that was sarcasm.
Why are you blind?
Zaza!
I didn't blind anyone.
Oh no, you just...
I
The
left
most
you
I-
alone
The
for an
most I
hour.
did was have Miss Lizard lick Fancy. That
An
is the
hour.
worst thing.
I don't know why we're blind.
Kevin, where are you going?
Everyone's going somewhere?
Oh God.
With speed, with a lot of speed.
Okay, Kevin, just come towards my voice, Kevin. I'm gonna try and get the blindness off of you.
Oh, is that why she's been yelling?
I think many people.
I am doubled over in laughter right now.
Kevin, stop. Kevin, tell Fancy to stop, Kevin.
Hey, so I think she's lost control of her lizard. I mean, maybe that's just me, but not looking good. I think it's a
Who
little
lost control
startled.
of their lizard?
Is that a euphemism?
Well, it might be, Ask my wife. She knows all about it.
Oh wait, who won?
Oh, Zasa the lizard wizard. She won with her lizard.
Oh, she's a
Okay.
wizard with lizards.
I'm gonna try and catch up to Caravan
Congrats, Zaza.
and slap
Thank you.
her with lesser restoration
All right.
as she passes. Just boop.
Okay. I'd say, I think you could do that. Manaluan can run very fast, so.
Yuma.
Yep. So, Caravan, you hear the galloping of hooves, and suddenly, beside you, you feel like kind of a brush of air and a slight touch, and your vision returns.
No, I slapped her across the head.
Oh, okay. You feel a hearty slap.
Not like super hard, just like bam.
Do I take any damage? This is important.
I have a negative strength modifier, so let's find out. What's your AC?
Oh, good gosh.
He's a monk, probably
17.
decent, yeah.
I am blind. I don't know if that's anything. How much?
Take 1 damage.
Okay, hold on.
This could go bad very quickly.
Okay, we're fine.
Okay.
Everyone just turns around and jacks Mary. Oh, sorry. Oh, God, that was your fins, wasn't it? Oh, sorry.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts my jaws. Okay.
Who else is blind?
I am.
Anybody else?
Miss Lizard is.
I would like to try to
Just say,
stop
not
Fancy.
me, but
Yeah, roll an animal handling check for me, Caravan.
Gods.
And
Okay.
you do have advantage, like I said.
Right.
Your next 5 animal handling checks.
It's good. It's good to have advantage.
So, once you're no longer blinded and you kind of know what's going on, you know that Fancy is booking it to who knows where, you are able to calm him down, like whispering into his ear, like petting his frills, like, oh, Fancy, please calm down. And he slows to a stop, kind of skidding a little bit, his frills going out and then back in. And he's like kind of standing there heaving.
Oh, sorry.
Poor buddy.
Oh no.
Had a day.
Okay, Shaho, stand still. Stand still, Shaho! My accent's gone done blown out the window! God, sorry.
And with that, the chase music ends now that Fancy's no longer trying to run away.
Infernal.
Uh,
I'm gonna walk up to Shaho and boop her with Lesser Resto as well.
all right.
Ah,
Since she's not being carried away by a raging lizard, that's quite easy to do.
Oh, that's better. I don't know what happened. There was this loud noise, and then I couldn't see it.
I literally walked away for tops 2 hours. And you're all blind. There's a lizard down the street. You look smug. And you're laughing harder than I've ever seen you laugh the entire time I've known you. What happened? I'm dying to know. Please tell me.
I don't know.
you had a race. It was thrilling.
Yes, it was a very thrilling race.
All of our lizards are the best. They deserve
Yes.
all of the switches and snacks because they're the best. I know that's circular logic, but it's still true.
But why did we get blinded, and what was that noise?
So I may have gotten a little carried away on the race, and I may have cast Flash.
You
It was
flashed
Blind
us?
you all?
What?
You're
No, I
being
wasn't
carried
here
away,
to
almost
see.
got me carried away. Why would you do that?
Did get you carried away.
Well, you know, sometimes the spirit of the race gets in ya and you flash your friends. You know, it's what happens. I've seen it before, I'll see it again.
Well, it sounded like you were encouraging it.
I might have been, you know, it makes things a little bit more
So we were all
interesting.
flashing each other, and I completely missed it.
There'll be a
flash
chance
anyone.
later. You can all flash each other, I don't care. Go right ahead.
I'm
Question.
gonna go
Caravan
find-
has suspicions that this might be an act from the enemy to try to sow discord in our party.
Oh my
She
lord.
narrows her eyes at this dwarf.
Why are you looking at me like that?
There we go.
You definitely think this is an enemy who's trying to sow discord in the party with a roll like that.
No.
She slowly gets off of her lizard.
Kevin, what are you doing?
I see you. I see what you're doing. You think we're too stupid to know what you're doing? We know what you're doing, don't we, guys?
What?
What?
Huh?
We know what's up.
I'm running a lizard race.
Yeah, you're running something.
A lizard race.
It's a scheme. Conspiracy.
I mean, I can take the prize back if that one has you all up in arms, but I think you gotta take that up with your friend.
12.
Go, Sasa.
So, Marigold, you just don't know what's going on. Like, you don't think that this, Adiel's lying to you, but you also have no idea what Caravan's talking about. Sasa, you, though, you're able to take a look at this situation.
Kevin.
What just happened?
More turning on the party.
Adiel steps back, hands raised. Hey, now, I've got nothing to do with this. The race is over. Anything you do not on the race's terms has nothing to do with me.
Caravan, you get a wisdom saving throw.
If you want to.
Oh! I will not
She
take your
spins
tickles.
on Zasa. Even you?
Hey, Kevin, what's red and bad for your teeth?
Why is everyone attacking her?
Oh, brick!
I'm gonna go find a patch of sunlight. I am done.
This-
I am wet and things are crazy.
This poor innocent girl. Why?
Oh my god.
Hey, I don't think that joke was that good, but you know, that's just me. I'm gonna kick y'all out of my race now. I got other patrons.
Yes, I have a zebra. He's fast. Well, not terrible.
Caravan's not going anywhere, apparently.
I don't think this, court's set up for zebras.
Nah, it's alright. That's alright. I don't know what the hell happened to me. I'm just an elf from the woods. Sorry, I'm having a really bad time with my accent today.
Are you still disguised?
No, I am not.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm quite pink.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna kick y'all out now. You can train if you like. There's a training course behind here, for, non-lizard training. So that's a thing you can do. As well as, there's a training outpost. You can do things there, but you can't do things here in this race anymore, so I'm gonna kick you out.
So what you're saying is we don't have to go home. We can't stay here.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
I'll carry Caravan with me.
So
happened?
The one person who hasn't betrayed me.
you all get kicked out of the lizard race for unruliness outside of the race. But you did, Zasa did successfully win, and you all gained some valuable knowledge of your lizards. Marigold, while you were in the forest, you got a sick cloak. You also learned that there's some weird, all-knowing guy in the woods. And
I have asked Men and Lumen about that on the way back.
okay, so yeah, if you want to talk to Menaloon about it, Menaloon, definitely, like, he gives you the sense that he knows something. Like, perhaps he's met this, all-knowing fellow before.
Do you have a name?
He tries to tell you the name, but he's a zebra. And it doesn't quite translate well. You get a couple letters, though. The letters are...
Very small zebra.
The letters are, Y, G, and M. Y, G, and M.
Ogma?
Y, GM, Y.
Oh, that's not Kronk. Oh, that's Yzma. Never mind.
So it's not Yzma, I promise. But because he's a zebra, he really can't give you a full name because trying to, like, translate a very human or, a very non-animal name to words you can understand just isn't quite coming through all the way. But one of your party may know.
Oh, alright, well. How about we all get something to eat again?
Is Kerrigan gonna be okay? She's been laughing for like 30 minutes.
No. She'll only last for I think about 20 more seconds. And then she's probably gonna punch me, so probably should have some food ready.
We did literally just eat.
Yeah.
That's true.
But one thing you do know
We could
is
use a
that
refreshing beverage, though.
now
That was very athletic.
Or dessert.
you could. As you are leaving the lizard training ground, you do notice that night is starting to fall. It's getting late. You could go to the tavern for a drink. You could go look somewhere for dessert. Or you could bed down for the night. You have a couple of options. But you do know that tomorrow Cena should be arriving.
Let's go get a drink because I've got something to tell you all, actually.
Okay.
I like being told things.
I glance at Caravan. Has she stopped laughing yet? It only lasts a minute, and I wouldn't have tortured her that long.
I think Caravan probably stopped laughing after the minute was up. But she may think that all of this was some sort of elaborate ruse to turn you on each other. You might want to convince her that's not true.
They succumbed to it. Caravan didn't. Caravan is glaring daggers at everyone except Shaho.
Doesn't that mean you succumb to it, though?
Oh no!
Don't question Caravan's logic, it's irrefutable.
Caravan, please don't punch my hand heart into my face.
I'm not talking to you right now.
I'm still gonna do a hand heart at you.
Well, yeah, you can do whatever you want, but I don't have to respond.
That's okay.
But you just responded.
No.
Do you want a drink, Caravan?
Yes.
Even if I pay for it. Especially if I pay for it. Okay. Would you like some ice cream as well, Gavin? Okay. I'm going to find ice cream for Caravan because I've been an asshole.
All right, roll me an investigation to find ice cream.
Zasa, do you want to help me with this? I don't know what flavor she likes.
Okay, so Zasa.
Wait, that's intimidation. Excuse me.
Oh, it is intimidation. You're not
Tell me
trying.
where the ice cream is.
I mean, you could. It's not going to make you any friends, though.
Let me actually roll you investigation. Sorry about that. Oh, gods.
Okay, so you're really struggling to find ice cream.
I'm about to start intimidating people with bagpipes.
You can definitely try and intimidate or persuade for the information for ice cream as well.
Delightful outcome, the bagpipes. No, I'll try to persuade.
Okay, so even just, getting a 10 was enough to find ice cream. It's not that hard to find.
This party is so scary.
Everything's hard for us.
At first you were looking literally everywhere. You were just like looking at things, trying to find ice cream. But maybe you forgot how ice cream is spelled, or maybe you forgot the symbol for ice cream. You just could not find ice cream. So you considered intimidating people for the information, and then your, higher functions, won out, and you're like, I should probably just ask someone. So you find a young boy who is actually eating some ice cream, like licking an ice cream cone. Hi, this is really good ice cream. Do you want some?
I'd like my own.
Well, not your ice cream. But
Oh, good, because I don't want to give my ice cream up. Yeah, it's really good.
Where did you get it?
I don't remember.
Would a silver
You
coin
don't need
help
the
jog
bagpipes
your
yet.
memory?
It might.
Yeah.
Yes, score. I remembered the entire time. Ha!
Yes, your clever ruse has clearly deceived me. Oh no, how could I possibly have not realized your
Oh, I'm
clever
gonna tell
plan?
all my friends that I deceived the pink-haired bard. Yes, score. score. Okay, so the ice cream is you're gonna go around the corner and you're gonna see this big sign that says ice cream. And that's where you get ice cream.
What flavor is that?
My flavor is pistachio vanilla bean. It's good.
Clever child, you have deceived me and yet given me the information that I desired. So really, in the end, did you deceive me? Or did I
Yes.
deceive you?
I did.
No, you really didn't. Have a nice day.
I did.
No.
You'll remember it forever.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I'm forgetting it already.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No.
Yes.
No.
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 Damn it.
This kid argues with you from afar while licking ice cream the entire way to the ice cream store. No.
For posterity's sake, what was your name? One who deceived?
Jimothy.
Yes, Jimothy.
Yes. Don't make fun of my name. It's the one my mom gave me.
I'm sure your
Very
mother's
good
a
name.
delightful lady.
I mean, she says I'm a little terror, so maybe not.
And why does your mom say that you're a little terror?
Well, because I like to trick people, and because I dig holes in the yard, and because I set the shed on fire once.
Set him on fire.
Is the shed still there, or did you demolish your shed?
It's kind of there.
And how do you feel about the fact that you have burned down this shed?
Well, I'm kind of bummed because now I can't burn it down again.
I'm about to pull out bagpipes.
Wow.
I growled, but it did nothing.
Oh wow!
I have a question.
You're a cute kitty.
Was it a she shed? Is that why your mom was so pissed about it?
Yeah, she was really mad because I burned down her she shed.
What?
You should have had it insured.
Well, she really should have, and that's why I burned it down, because she didn't have it insured.
What is even happening?
Karen leaves.
I'm just gonna bagpipe this child for good measure.
Go for it.
Don't! Marigold, don't.
No,
We're
aggressively
in a
fight this
public-
child.
We're in a public...
17!
Oh, God.
Timothy starts crying, like big tears well up,
Damn it.
and like go down his face, and his face gets all red, and he like drops his ice cream, and he's like,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna tell my mom that
How do
you
you feel
scared
about
me.
being scared?
Zasa!
Not good. I'm gonna go tell my mom.
Maybe don't burn down any more sheds.
Oh.
Now I'm gonna go burn down more sheds.
Look, if I get you some ice cream, will you shut up?
Villain. Future
I
villain.
I would like more
Wow.
ice cream.
Come with us, we'll get you more ice cream. Come on.
Okay.
Wanna ride
Do
on the
not
zebra?
invite him to come with us.
It's already
Wanna ride
done.
on the zebra.
A zebra.
Season 2 arch villain right here.
Yep.
Look, I'm trying to do some villain insurance here, y'all. He gets a ride on a zebra and an ice cream cone. Come on. I put the kid on the fucking zebra and tell Metalune to behave.
I don't think any trauma they experience today is going to have anything to do with them becoming a villain. I think they are already on that path.
This kid's actually more motivated.
As you're hoisting him up to the zebra, I'm gonna whisper that you won't forget that.
Okay, we go to the fucking ice cream store. We get some fucking ice cream. And I get the kid some fucking ice cream, whatever the fuck he wants.
I'm so excited
Whatever
to get
dry
ice
fur.
cream.
I'm so tired of being wet.
Oh, hold still. Prestidigitation. You are now dry.
And
Do I
less
even have that
crabby.
spell? I don't, but Zasa does.
Zaza!
I keep forgetting I'm not a wizard.
Reputation.
I'm miserable.
Wow, you look much less wet now. Very cool.
Yes,
Oh,
this is much better.
can I
Captain
get
Obvious.
chocolate
I
cherry?
can't. Oh, I was gonna make a wet cat remark, but
Yeah, mine was gonna be way worse. Just imagine. We'll move past it.
Yep.
Wow, I'm 6 and I don't know what you're talking about. Can I have chocolate cherry ice cream?
Yes.
Thanks.
Oh man.
I'll try not to burn down more sheds.
Thank you. You're paragon of human delight.
Thanks. All right, well, I'm gonna go now because I deceived you and got you to get me ice cream. Bye.
I hate humans so much. I don't. They're delightful.
And Jimothy scampers off, some sort of perhaps demon child in a human child's body. But you found the ice cream shop.
Kevin, get whatever you like. On me.
Caravan's already in there and browsing because she was not dealing with that child anymore. Do they have anything that's like kelp flavored or some kind of fish? She needs some self-care right now.
You're looking at the menu and you see that there is a seaweed ice cream. That looks good. And you see that the person manning the counter is like a sweet middle-aged woman who is just ready to get you some ice cream.
Sweets will be the judge.
Oh, God.
Insight check.
Oh, what can I get you, dear?
I'll have like one kelp ice cream in a bowl. I want the gotta have it size.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, give me just 1 minute. Do you want any add-ins? You know, we can put some some anchovy flakes in there, or oh, okay, yeah, that's a personal favorite of mine. Oh, you know, that kelp ice cream with the anchovy flakes, it is so good. It's to die for.
That sounds so good. Please put it in there. I really need it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go get this ready for you. Is anybody else getting anything I can get ready at the same time now?
I think they're out there dealing with a demon child.
We're here. We left the demon child behind after buying him some cherry chocolate ice cream.
Oh yeah, that kid's a menace.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can absolutely see that.
Oh yeah, Jimothy gets up to all sorts of trouble. You know, his poor mother.
God
Anyway.
rest her soul.
Oh yeah. Oh, God rest it. She's gonna need some help, is all I'm saying. What can I get you, dear?
I would like one of each, please.
What was that? Can you speak up?
I would like one of each flavor, please.
Oh yeah, that's gonna take a while, but sure thing.
Thank you.
One of each. There's 56 flavors. There's 120 flavors, Zasa.
How am I going to know which one's the best if I don't have them all?
Research.
Should probably at least do the sample size first, or else you're gonna have some major brain freeze and some serious regretty.
I mean, that's true. I am cold-blooded, and that's going to be
You're just gonna fall asleep on the
interesting.
ground.
It would be very tiring.
A
But
hot fudge sundae, because when Caravan said cold, it made me realize I didn't want cold.
Oh yeah, dear, for sure. I can get you a hot fudge sundae. Do you want nuts on that?
The anchovy flakes.
Oh,
We've got
for
plenty
sure.
of
That'll
nuts
be
right here,
delicious. Oh,
What does
that's a
Marigold do when
good
he says
joke.
that?
That's a good joke there. Oh, you know, you seem just
do
fine. Okay, so we're gonna get one hot fudge sundae with the anchovy flakes. We're gonna get kelp, gotta have it size with the anchovy. We're gonna get one of every flavor. Are you getting the sample size?
yes, please.
Okay, sure thing. Are we getting you anything else now?
Elderflower sorbet, please, with some rose petals, if you have them.
Oh, yes, we do. Okay, yes. Hold on 1 second, though. I have to go get them from the back. Make sure you don't need anything else. I'll be right back.
Kai,
Yeah.
do you want any ice cream?
Yeah, actually, I need a few. Do you have there's this topping that I like from home. And I used to love it as a kid. It's called ambrosia.
Oh, let me think here. Oh, yes, we do have some. We got it in last week. It was actually ordered by mistake, but you are in luck. We got it.
Okay. So I'll have just like a chocolate chip with some ambrosia sprinkled on top. And then do you have any like insect flavored ice creams? or with insects?
So we don't have an
Oh, yeah,
insect
I was
flavored
gonna say.
ice cream, but we do have a mix-in that is the dried salted crickets.
Okay, let me have 4 of those, please.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll do that in just a vanilla for you, okay?
Yep. Thank
I
you.
imagine it's probably for a pet or something, unless that's your thing,
But
which it might be.
They're for me.
Oh, they're for you. You're gonna have 4 of them?
No, I'm just playing.
Oh, you had me there. It was a right pickle. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go get the ambrosia from the back and the rose petals. We don't keep them up here. I'll be right back. Go take a seat at the table, and we'll bring it out for you. And Miss, with the every flavor, I'll be bringing those out over time for you. Okay?
Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. For each of you, for the every flavor sample, we're going to be looking at around 7 gold. They're not very big, but you're getting a lot of flavors. And for everybody else who's just getting a singular item, it's just the 1 gold. But for the 4 with the insects, you're looking at 3 gold for your total. Okay?
Sorry, one more thing. I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
Sorry. I mentally query Metalloon to see what he wants.
Metalloon tells you that he would love a vanilla with the rose petals.
Wonderful. And a vanilla with the rose petals in a rather large bowl, if you don't mind. And I'll get everyone's ice cream, so don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, for sure, no problem. I'll go get that started in the back. I'll pick up the gold when I get back now. I think you're good for it. Someone with hair like that, you've probably got some money and you're kind of easy to pick out in a crowd. So I'll be right back, okay?
She's not wrong. Okay, so how much was that total?
So
10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, 13 gold? Maybe 14.
yeah, I
Like
think
14
it'd
gold.
probably be 14 after Metalloon's is counted in.
Right,
Right.
so I'll leave her 20,
Aw.
because I'm a big fucking tipper.
Tipping's important.
While she's gone, Caravan's gonna do some digging in her backpack, and she's gonna pull out her well-worn copy of The Hills Are Alive with the Sexy Sound of Music. And at the bottom of the book, it says in fancy letters, Scarlet Breeze, the name of the author. And she will turn to Kai
Huh?
and hold up the book. Did you write this?
Oh my god!
I'm just not having a good day. I swear.
As Candy tries to decide if she's actually
Help me.
I'm
romance
sorry.
novel writer.
I'm sorry, I missed something.
I cannot. Ugh, I swear.
I missed
Um,
something.
Yeah, sometimes I write stuff.
She starts hyperventilating.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, okay,
Scarlet
okay, okay.
Breeze a nom de plume, or?
But I will not tell you about anything that is coming out in the future. I will not do that.
Oh, you're an author. How delightful.
You're so talented, Kai.
I had a lot of time when I was like trying to heal, and so I turned to writing, and it kind of took off.
I love this so much.
Fantastic.
So you're a writer. Are you famous? Like, is it Scarlet Breeze like a really, really famous romance novelist?
I mean, sort of.
Sort of.
You're actually the first person to like find out.
Oh,
Nobody
you
else
changed
knows.
your name. That makes it a little hard.
Yeah.
You changed your name.
Remember?
I wasn't. No.
Oh,
I missed this conversation.
he wasn't there.
Oh, well, it's not our story to tell.
And you don't have to tell me if you don't like. I changed my name as well because my given name is horrible.
Yeah. That just like real quick story. I have you been to Calastia? I can't pronounce it right now. What is it again?
Classia?
Calastia, thank you.
Yes,
Have you
of
ever
course.
been through Okay, have you heard of Fleetfoot Deliveries?
Well, yes, of course, I had them deliver some of my stage accoutrement.
My family owns that business. And they're like nobles now. We've owned it for several generations, and they're like nobles now. And they're kind of snobby, and I don't like that. And so I kind of ran off a couple of times and changed my name this last time.
We have a lot
So-
in common.
Huh?
We have a lot in common.
Yeah, we do actually.
Yeah, also ran from a semi-noble family to get away from the snobbiness and wandered the world.
Yeah.
Small world. Well, Kai it is. I don't care about who you were. I care about who you are.
Yes, thank you. That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the people at the lizard race racing track recognized me.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Don't you hate it when you like run into somebody from home and they're like, "Oh, aren't you so and so?" And they use the wrong name, and you're like, "I just want to stab you in the eyeballs," even though you're really trying to be nice.
Yeah, it hasn't happened very often for me though, so I think maybe like one other time. But today is really racking them up today.
Well, I'm sorry you're having such a terrible day, but come on, you're an amazing writer.
Are Terra
You
and
didn't
Andromeda
run
based
off
on
at your
real
book.
people?
Oh no,
Yes, actually.
you have to tell
Like-
us.
For lovers?
Dish.
It was before I got injured. One of them was in my adventuring party, and so I ended up seeing all of this stuff happening. I took a little liberty with some of the storytelling, of course, but
Are you gonna write
Gonna
about
be in your next-
Caravan
Yeah, are we gonna be in your next book?
and her Naga girlfriends?
But no spoilers, but are we gonna be in it?
Are you writing about us right now?
Well, I am.
maybe.
Are you?
I'm taking notes. I'm not.
I've been taking notes.
I
If there are any
don't.
gaps in your notes, we should compare.
Why are either of you taking notes on us?
I mean, it's data.
Mine is just for story inspiration.
I'm not going to publish mine.
And like I said, I take liberty with some of the stuff, so.
Well, make sure you use my real name.
Oh.
Maybe don't mention how I fell in poison that one time.
That's a deal. I will not do that.
Or how I got tangled up in yarn for an entire session.
That was actually really cute.
So yeah, that one I can't promise that one.
Oh.
It was really, really cute.
I can excise it from my notes.
I did do a little sketch of you while you were asleep in your box, by the way. I'm really sorry.
That's okay.
I might draw you all when you're not looking. Nothing weird. It's not weird.
Oh, that's not
Marigold?
weird.
Yes.
Marigold, graphic
Yes.
novel.
Can I have an accompanying album of music to go with it?
Sure.
Oh, that would really elevate your books if you have a soundtrack to play with them too.
Is it gonna be like a flip book?
Make
We
it
could
good.
do a lot of things. We could,
Could make them picture books and have, book signings and concerts at the same time, eh? The DM's just like, what have I done?
Basically. As you're all chatting, though, she comes back, starts handing out your ice cream. Everybody, gets what they requested, and Zas is just kind of getting a revolving amount of little tiny dishes of every flavor. She probably gets about 4 at a time.
It also has a very large spreadsheet.
Okay, there. Now, I think I got everything that you requested. The very big bowl with the vanilla and the rose petals, and the little ones with the crickets. All the individual ones, the samplers. Is there anything else I can get you now?
No. I
No,
think we're
thank you
good.
so much. And here's your, I pay her.
Oh, thank you so much and so much. You're so generous. Oh, so nice.
No,
thank
you just ran around doing all that work for us. Thank you.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. You're a peach, dear.
I am
Okay.
peach-colored.
You are. Oh, yeah. I'll always remember you with that hair. Okay, I gotta go. I got some other customers, but, stay as long as you like. We'll be closing in, about an hour and a half. It's getting late, but I'm sure y'all have to go and get to bed after your dessert.
While everybody is around eating their ice cream, I'm going to take all of mine outside and kind of gather the lizards around and put the ice creams in front of them and go to each one and apologize. One for the race, but also for the ones that I blinded and fancy. I throw a couple of my extra lizard snacks on top of Fancy's.
So, you think at first the lizards are a little bit reluctant to forgive you, but the ice cream is very good, especially with the crispy little crickets in it. So they forgive you. They're not mad anymore. They might have been a little bit miffed before.
Yeah.
You won their favor, though.
Menaloon, of course, gets his massive bowl of ice cream and rose petals.
And he, does that, zebra whinny and, paws the ground and seems very excited to start chowing down.
He gets a pat on the nose. I'm gonna be in there if you need anything. Just give a holler. You can understand me, that's right.
He nods again.
Oh, you just nodded. Alright, I walk inside. Hey, Shaha, quick question. You ever had an animal nod at you? Straight up nod, like a person would?
Like a special animal or like any old animal?
I should point to the silhouette of the zebra outside on the porch, eating rose petals and vanilla ice cream.
No, but maybe your bond is so special that he can do that. Let me just think about that real hard for a second.
Click. No, but actually, I wanted to ask you all something. I sort of got lost in the forest earlier, and ran across some person with a tower and a cloak. They actually gave me this really nifty cloak. But Menaloon was saying that the name had something to do with YGM. He couldn't really explain. I mean, it's sort of hard to translate between telepathic intent and in common.
If anyone would like to roll for that, you can roll history. And Shaho, you think it's strange that Marigold Zebra is able to communicate so well with him? You think maybe there's some sort of special link, or maybe there's something just special about the zebra. It doesn't seem normal by most, horse-like animal intelligence.
Can you tell me, Corinne, would this have anything to do with the water or the ocean at all to decide if I even bother rolling on this?
It would... I mean... I don't think it directly have to do with the ocean. Okay. So... Kai, with that one, you got it. No.
Technically, I get to re-roll.
Yeah, you can re-roll.
Lucky.
Re-roll.
Had a brain freeze.
Yeah, try and think real hard about it.
No, okay,
No, still don't know.
Not so lucky with that lucky.
No idea.
So, Zaza, it looks like you have the most idea. This seems familiar to you, and you think you probably know who it is, but you're not certain enough to really speak up yet. You would want to do a little bit of research first. Look over some notes you have to be able to answer for sure.
Anyone?
It's familiar. I don't know it, but I do know where in the library I would look to find it.
Oh, well maybe we could go do that after ice cream. I glance over at Caravan. Is she looking happier? And less punchy?
She's staring at Kai.
With awe?
Just eating her ice cream and staring at Kai.
Zasa, how's the purple one? I was really curious. What flavor is it?
I think it's Nightshade. My tongue's going a little bit numb.
You're
I think
eating
it's
a lot.
Nightshade, though.
You're eating a lot of cold.
That's true, also.
So as you all finish up your ice cream, do you want to go to the library before you head home? Or, well, home to an inn of some sort or some place to camp?
Would the library be open
It's
this late?
open.
You think that the library might be open. It seemed like it stayed open pretty late because lots of researchers stay there late.
Okay. Then yes.
Okay. So this library, you are at a trading outpost. It isn't much to speak of. It's not like the library in Ethelwald, which was huge and cavernous. Instead, it's just like a little shack that has, the walls are lined with books. There is one librarian, sitting in the center at a little desk, and you can clearly see them through the window. The door, is just a plain solid wood.
Okay. Try to open the door.
The door sticks. You think it might be locked, but the librarian is still inside. And they notice you jiggling the handle, and they do kind of like this, like out the window, like. And they mark something in their book. They, shuffle some things around the desk, and then they stand up and go and open the door. Yes, what can I help you with?
I had 2 research queries. I was trying to find the book that contains blah information that I know YGM would be in. I was also looking to see if you had new information about the All-Star Squatting League.
Ah, yes, that's a popular topic. Yes, I was just about to close up, but, I can take a couple more minutes. Come on in.
Thank you.
That's very kind of you.
So if you all come in, it's quite cramped. It's not a very big building. And the librarian, looks around for a minute. Yes, All-Star Squatting League. Yes, give me just a moment. They go back and start shuffling through books, and they pull out a book that looks like statistics, and then they grab some current periodicals. And across the front of this periodical, you actually see that it says All-Star Squatters League Tryouts, and gives the date of tomorrow.
Oh no. Oh no, y'all.
Is Kevin with us? Or is Kevin with me?
Yeah, I don't know why she wouldn't be if we all went as a group.
Yeah, I think she's in there.
Yeah, we all went together.
Kevin, look. Would you
What
like to
is it?
compete? At All-Star Squatters League, they have tryouts. Would you like to compete or watch?
I don't think I'd be very good at competing, but I would like to watch.
So, if you're
Here's
taking
the
a
current
look,
statistics.
if you're taking a look at that periodical, you see that the date is tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be occurring tomorrow morning. And there is a location that's not too far from the trading outpost. It looks like they've set up like a temporary camp a little ways away. You see that there's some drawings, of the setup. There's some stadiums and little bleachers. It's all very rough hewn, not very, not very fancy because it's, in the middle of nowhere. But it is the official All-Star Squatters League Open Tryouts. All your favorites will be there.
This feels like a thirst trap, I think. Something's gonna go down.
As you're all
I can help
discussing
you
the
make-
All-Star
I can
Squatters
help you
League.
make pennants. or signs.
What, did she do something wrong?
No, pennants, not penance.
Is that when you have people who live in the building is yours?
I
No,
hate this.
penance, not tenants.
Why do I play this game?
No. No, that's the sport you play with the ball and the net in the middle.
Penance not penance or tennis and tenants.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Am I being a bit of a what's the word?
Tennis?
Karen takes the papers and leaves the group.
Karen has left the chat.
She goes to the children's section so she can find some nice beanbag chairs to sit in.
Because the library is so small, there is one beanbag chair, but it is there.
People sit in the one.
They of course have the children's section still.
Oh my god.
Zasa, if you were
Do not leave me and Rune unattended.
it is really
giving you
asking for
choice.
trouble. Zasa, if you were looking for more information, you think that you know exactly where you'd be able to find the information you were looking for. As this trading outpost is near the Fouled Forest, do you know that looking up the Fouled Forest would give you more information about whoever Marigold encountered? And you know you'll be able to find who exactly it is. So the librarian comes back. Yes, I found, I think, what you're looking for. And they hand over a book about the Fouled Forest.
Thank you.
Ow.
You're very welcome. You can take a seat. There's not a whole lot of room, but, you can use my desk if you like. I have to tidy up around here before closing officially.
I totally understand. Thank you very much for letting us come in.
Oh, you're welcome. You know, the quest for knowledge doesn't stop just because one person's supposed to close.
It's true.
And so, Zasa, looking through that book, it doesn't take you too long to realize that you're pretty sure you know exactly who Marigold ran into. Give me just a moment to get to my notes. All right.
I was almost trying to run into his fortress, but it seems sort of ill-advised.
You find a specific passage. Somewhere in the forest, hidden away in a part of the woods so dense that not even the marauders dare go, stands the tower of the fabled Yugman the Wise. The old sage wanders the forest from time to time for some mysterious purpose. The marauders know well enough to leave Yugman be when he is traveling, should they ever encounter him.
So, who's Yugman?
Really?
Yep.
Wait, what happened? I missed something.
Product tie-in. If you would like to get Yugman's Guide, we currently get a lot of our content from that. So let me get you the link real fast.
Nice. Played.
Did I just run down
It's
and
been an ad
advertise
the
that?
whole time.
Seriously, that was
This whole quest
my
is a
whole
plug
thing.
for Yugman's Guide.
It was, but it was really to introduce Yugman to you all because he's not. He is someone who will show up if we have a season 2. But I just wanted somebody to meet him. But I also wanted to pimp out Yugman's Guide and give you a cool cloak. So
Thanks, I appreciate the cloak.
you're welcome.
I'm looking for a prop as we speak on Amazon.
So
Well
currently,
played.
Yugman's Guide Part 1 and Part 2 are available, and a lot of the cool content that we use is in there, so if you're interested in getting it, you'll get to see a lot of the cool stuff that is pretty new. A lot of the things that you see on our stream are from Yugman's Guide, so you don't necessarily, you can't find it in other Scarred Lands material just yet. But
For
yeah.
example, Bloodstained Tritons
Yes.
and High Astrologer.
Yes, and Oath of the Thorn Purifier, I think even the Huntsmaster.
Oath of Thorn. He's got the same oath.
But yeah,
Nice.
so a lot of your, that stuff is from Yugman's Guide. But yeah, so that's all we have time for today. Things went a little bit haywire with our tech issues and then just this party. But I hope y'all had a good time. We're going to go around, have everybody introduce themselves, say what they're doing, where you can find them. So we'll go with Hiromi first.
Hi, I'm Hiromi. I play Zasa the Wizard. I also write a bunch of role-playing games, as well as queer genre fiction. I will link over my Amazon author page. In there, you'll see Trinity Anthology. It's a monthly anthology series that runs through the end of the year. I have a short story in each one of those. The reason why it's called Trinity is because we have 9 authors, so 3 male, 3 female, and 3 non-binary. Some of the binary authors are also trans. It is full of queer stuff. It's fantastic. My story for this month, May, is Be Fae Do Crimes, which goes kind of like what you would imagine it does, and you should buy it if you like the idea of queer changelings screwing with cops.
I mean, that sounds delightful.
I'm in.
All right, that is lovely. Kai, Candy, you're up next. I almost said Kai. You're just Kai now all the time.
Yeah. So yes, I'm Candy, playing Kai, the Halfling Paladin. I am also the DM of the Dicey Amazons Twitch channel. Tomorrow we're not doing D&D, we're doing Jackbox games. And everybody is invited to play with us. We're playing with the audience, and we've got some prizes for anybody that can come in first place above all the Amazons. We got a couple of prizes for that. But other than that, we also do gameplay on the channel, video gameplay. Is it 4 nights a week now? Yeah. And a bunch of other stuff. So we're a growing channel. Come check us out.
Definitely check them out. Check Hiromi out. And check Megan out, who's going to go now.
Hi, my name's Megan. If you want to check me out, come back next week, because that's where I'll be next. Yay!
Yay! Good job, Megan. All right, Rune.
Hi, I'm Rune. I do many art things. I'm currently freelancing with Cubicle 7 on Age of Sigmar Soulbound. You can find me here on Saturdays. Tomorrow I'll be on my own stream on Sunday. And then Monday it will be the finale of Season 1 of Goldheart Gaming's Descent into Avernus, where I play the sassiest wizard ever. Come say hello. And yeah, that's what I do. I make art. Follow me on Twitter.
Definitely follow Rune. He's very busy and does many things. All right. Last but not least, Shawnee.
Hello, I am Shawnee. I play Shaho. You can check all of my socials at Showcat Cosplay. I actually, over the course of this week, have been releasing a photo set that's all about Shaho. So go ahead and check that out over on my Instagram, which is, again, at Showcat Cosplay.
It's cute.
And the photo set is super cute. I can't recommend it enough.
Really adorable.
It's so cute. And finally, I am Corinne. I have been your DM. I go as @Manic Pixie Girl on Twitter. And I usually stream at Roll the Roll. So come check me out if you want to hear more of my ridiculous voices, because that is most of what I do. I hope you all have a great night. Stay safe. Yeah, soon this will be transferring over to the next stream. So see you then. Bye, everyone.
Wash your damn hands.
Yes, wash your hands. We'll be back next week, and you better be washing your hands until then.
Wear a mask if you go out.
Yes, wear a mask if you go out.
Technocracy Reloaded Kickstarter.
Oh, yes, and check out the Technocracy Reloaded Kickstarter. We linked it once already, but I think someone else can link it again. All right, transferring to ending now. Bye.
Bye. Don't cast Tasha's hideous laughter on your